The 24-hour reset, unlocking your body's hidden power. What if skipping food for just 24 hours could boost your brain, burn fat, and heal your body, all without lifting a finger? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Cozy, and today we're diving deep into a topic that's been buzzing in the health world, and for good reason. We're talking about 24-hour fasting. It's not about starvation. It's about giving your body a very intentional, very powerful break. Think of it like hitting a reset button for your system. Let's get into it. Decoding the 24-hour fast, more than just skipping a meal. So, what exactly is a 24-hour fast? Let's clear up any confusion right from the start. When we talk about a 24-hour fast, often called a one-day fast, or an eat-stop-eat approach, we mean intentionally abstaining from all calorie-containing foods and drinks for a continuous 24-hour period. This isn't about deprivation in the long-term sense. It's a short, controlled window where you give your digestive system a complete rest. During this time you can, and absolutely should, drink plenty of water. Unsweetened tea and black coffee are also generally considered acceptable as they contain negligible calories and don't significantly impact the fasting state. The goal here is to keep your body in a fasted metabolic state. It's about strategically using the body's natural ability to function without constant food intake, tapping into ancient survival mechanisms that modern lifestyles have largely made dormant. This deliberate reset is where the magic begins to happen. When you stop consuming calories, your body has to shift its energy sourcing. Instead of relying on the steady stream of glucose from your last meal, it starts to look for alternative fuel. This metabolic switch is the cornerstone of many of fasting's benefits. It's not just about what you're not eating, it's about what your body starts doing in the absence of food. This period allows your system to divert energy from digestion, a very energy-intensive process, towards cellular repair and other maintenance tasks that often get sidelined in our constantly fed state. At a cellular level, some truly amazing changes begin to unfold. Let's see what's really going on under the hood. The 24-hour countdown, your body's inner journey. All right, let's get into the fascinating timeline of what happens inside your body during a 24-hour fast. We'll start right after you've finished your last meal. For the first 1 to 4 hours, you're in what's known as the fed state or the digestive phase. Your body is busy breaking down the food you just ate. Carbohydrates are being converted into glucose, which enters your bloodstream, causing your blood sugar levels to rise. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone whose job is to shuttle that glucose out of the blood and into your cells for energy, or to store it for later use, primarily in the liver and muscles as glycogen. At this stage, you're not really fasting yet. You're still running on the fuel from that recent meal. As we move into hours 5 through 8, things start to shift. The food from your last meal has largely been processed and absorbed. Consequently, your blood sugar levels begin to fall back to baseline. As blood sugar drops, insulin levels also decrease significantly. This drop in insulin is a critical signal to your body. It's like a green light telling your system, okay, the readily available glucose is dwindling. Time to start looking for other energy sources. Your body begins to tap into its stored glycogen, primarily from the liver, releasing it back into the bloodstream as glucose to maintain stable blood sugar and energy levels. This is the very beginning of the transition from burning sugar to burning fat. Now we're entering hours 9 to 12, and this is where it gets interesting for fat metabolism. Your liver's glycogen stores are becoming depleted. With less glucose readily available and insulin levels remaining low, your body increasingly turns to its fat stores for energy. The liver starts the process of lipolysis, breaking down stored fats, triglycerides, into fatty acids and glycerol. These fatty acids can be used by many cells for energy. Chapter 3. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but where's the proof? Is this just anecdotal, or is there real science to back up these claims about 24-hour fasting? Well, I'm happy to report that the scientific community has been increasingly interested in intermittent fasting, and the findings are genuinely compelling. Esteemed institutions like Harvard Medical School and Stanford University, among many others globally, have researchers exploring the various physiological impacts of fasting, and their work is shedding light on why this ancient practice might be so beneficial for modern health. The evidence is building, and it's exciting. One of the most significant areas of research focuses on how short-term fasting can influence the risk factors for chronic diseases. Studies, primarily in animal models, but also increasingly in humans, suggest that intermittent fasting can lead to improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and inflammatory markers. These are all key players in the development of conditions like heart disease and metabolic syndrome. By giving the body a break from constant digestion, and by promoting processes like autophagy, Fasting may help reduce the chronic, low-grade inflammation that underpins many of these long-term health issues. Then there's the impact on brain health. Remember how we talked about ketone production during a fast? Ketones aren't just an alternative fuel, they also seem to have neuroprotective effects. Research indicates that fasting can stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the survival, growth, and differentiation of neurons. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with improved learning, memory, and mood, and may even offer protection against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Chapter 4. Now, as enthusiastic as I am about the potential benefits of 24-hour fasting, it's incredibly important to hit the pause button here and talk about who jump into this practice, or at least who needs to be extremely cautious. This is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and what works wonders for one person could be inappropriate or even harmful for another. My first and most crucial piece of advice is this. If you have any underlying health conditions or are on any medication, please talk to your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before even considering a 24-hour fast. This video is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Let's start with pregnancy and breastfeeding. If you are pregnant, your body needs a consistent and ample supply of nutrients to support the growth and development of your baby. Fasting during pregnancy is generally not recommended as it could deprive both you and your baby of essential calories and nutrients. Similarly, if you are breastfeeding, your nutritional needs are increased to produce milk. Fasting could potentially impact your milk supply and its nutritional content, so it's best to avoid it during this period unless specifically cleared and monitored by your healthcare provider. Individuals who are underweight or have a history of eating disorders should also steer clear of 24-hour fasting. If you are already underweight, further restricting calories can be dangerous and lead to nutrient deficiencies and other health complications. For those with a history of eating disorders like anorexia or bulimia, fasting can trigger unhealthy thought patterns and behaviors. The focus should always be on a balanced and nourishing relationship with food, and fasting in this context could be counterproductive and harmful to recovery and mental well-being. Chapter 5. So we've talked about the science, the hour-by-hour breakdown, and the important precautions. But what about the real-world experiences? Why do so many people who try 24-hour fasting end up swearing by it, incorporating it into their regular routines? The reported benefits often go far beyond just seeing a number drop on the scale. People frequently share stories of improved sleep quality, waking up feeling more refreshed and less groggy than before. This could be linked to the hormonal regulation and reduced inflammation that fasting can promote, contributing to more restorative sleep cycles. Many individuals also report a significant boost in energy levels and mental clarity, which might seem counterintuitive when you're not eating. However, as we discussed, when your body switches to burning ketones for fuel, your brain gets a very efficient and stable energy source. This can lead to sharper focus, reduced brain fog, and a sustained sense of alertness throughout the day, without the energy crashes often associated with high-carbohydrate meals. It's a different kind of energy. Calm, steady, and clear. Of course, fat loss is a commonly reported outcome and a primary motivator for many. By creating a calorie deficit and optimizing your body's ability to tap into fat stores, 24-hour fasts can be an effective tool for weight management. But it's often the of weight loss that people appreciate, a reduction in body fat while preserving lean muscle mass, especially when combined with adequate protein intake on eating days and the HGH boost during the fast. It feels less like a struggle and more like working in harmony with the body's natural processes. Beyond the internal benefits, some people even notice improvements in their skin. So there you have it, a deep dive into what really happens to your body during a 24-hour fast. From the initial digestive phase all the way through to peak fat burning and cellular repair, it's a remarkable journey that your body is incredibly well equipped to handle. We've looked at the science, the hour-by-hour changes, the important safety considerations, and the real-world benefits that have so many people incorporating this practice into their lives. It's clear that this isn't just a fleeting trend, but a potentially powerful tool for health optimization. Now, I'm really curious to hear from you. So, will you try a 24-hour fast? Or have you already done it? Perhaps you're a seasoned faster, or maybe this video has sparked your interest for the first time. Whatever your experience or thoughts, please drop your experience in the comments below.